Probably doesn't matter.
It's cold.
Okay, and then scoot that way about 6 inches. How's that feel? Would you like something under your head just so you're not in extension? Do we have one of those mini N-slide pads? Those little tiny.
I grab one real quick.
Thank you so much, Ruby. A little better. Now, if it was cold out, we would have used maybe 2 tarps and done a full burrito wrap. We're going to leave this slightly ventilated for today. And I've learned that this works a little bit better if you have people that are tying, and I think Tim and I are going to tie this. And if this is confusing to you, you will be making these yourself, I promise. But for now, a couple smushers, and then Tim and I will be tiers. So at least 2 smushers. And the smushers are going to be doing this for us. Because Tim and I want to just kind of concentrate on tying this thing. And we don't want to concentrate on smushing. So if I could have somebody that's really smushing for us, and that shouldn't be Tim. Yeah, especially down here. And then if we could have one person who can be Scott's attendant, would be really helpful.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So what we're going to do, and this is the only confusing part, is what Tim and I are going to do is use a continuous loop. And I can already tell we're probably going to run out, so Tim's cheating by pulling a little through, which is fine. And we're going to have smushers that are really smushing for us here, especially right here, especially where I am. And look, notice this is coming from Scott's left side, and it's coming through here. So now Tim's going to take one from Scott's right side. Here, I'll pull it out for you a little bit more. So that one's coming from, what side of Scott's body is this coming from?
Down here.
His right, right? So we're going to use this one now.
Did you pull that one
Yeah.
up?
Don't pull so fast that he loses his.
You just keep sliding it through.
Okay, so this one's coming from Scott's left. So look, Tim's grabbing one from his right.
Keep cinching it. Slide it a little bit more so we actually move his body.
Oh, I got it now.
Okay.
Just make
You
sure
got
we
that
don't
other
lose
one?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you
I
want
got it.
I got it. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this to your own devices now. What's your name?
Beth.
So Beth is on it. So just go slowly and don't lose these loops. You're gonna hold that. And remember, we needed smushers here, so somebody's smushing so that it's easy for Beth. You especially want to smush where Beth is.
So that rope is coming underneath him a little bit.
How long is this rope?
This is
Not long
this
enough.
is a 60-foot rope.
60 foot.
Sometimes you might have to restart and tie another knot in there.
So
and then
20-meter
continue.
rope is what you're looking for.
Yeah. Minimum.
Tell me, and I don't know, what's the difference in a rope rescue, a river rescue rope and a climbing rope? What's it?
Climbing ropes are usually larger diameter,
9 plus?
9 plus, and they're usually what's called kern mantle, which means they have an inner core kern and an outer sheath.
The climbing rope is also going to be a lot more stretch to it than a river rope.
You're not going to get away with that. And how long are river rescue ropes typically?
Usually
This
70,
one right here.
70 foot?
70 to 100 feet.
Are they in
Got it over
feet or
there?
meters?
They're both.
Are they okay? Are they heavier than climb?
River rescue ropes are lighter,
Are they? Because they float?
and these float. This one's made out of something, I think this is a Spectra rope.
It looks like 60 feet's going to be tight on this, isn't it?
We'll probably just make it, but as Tim pointed out, you can extend.
A little more, and it's a little more slack down here.
Take a minute. There we go.
Okay, just go one more, but be sure you smush so they stay tight.
Crank on it.
Oh, I could see where someone be claustrophobic having a really.
You mean like the cocoon, like the coffin
for you.
life mummy? The mummy effect?
so what we're going to do when we get here is change the system just a little bit. I do. So.
Or there's our end over there.
Okay, 'cause we're gonna, I got it, and thank you. You guys were scared of smushing. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this through so this gets way shorter. Okay, that means pulling underneath him. Okay, don't pull it out.
That way. Pull it out.
Pull your other, Scott.
Got it, thank you. Okay, it's a little bit long. I'm gonna pull this shorter. Okay, I'm going to use a carabiner, and the main reason I use a carabiner is because it looks cool. If you didn't have a carabiner, you could do the same thing without it. But now that I know that there's people taking pictures,
Gotta be pretty.
Gotta be pretty, huh? Well, it makes it easier.
Are there certain carabiners you recommend?
these are the cheap oval kind.
Uh-huh.
Usually for rescue, you use what are called rescue beaners, which are pear-shaped. We'll talk, when we talk about knots and ropes, you're probably going to get more of knots and ropes than you want, so we'll talk about that. Then if we could get that little landslide pad here, we put that
All right.
right there.
Does this cinch up on him probably when you
Yeah.
pull, huh?
Oh, I see. You fold it a little or keep it
Just,
open?
I just stick it under there. That's good.
Scott, are you okay? A little tight, huh?
Okay, now he's got his SAM splint on. He's in complete spinal mobilization, as in best we can improvise. And maybe he has a backpack, inverted backpack on. So we're going to take this around his shoulder. Okay, and if you could go ahead and pull that through. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Yeah, and let's just lift about a ½ inch. Okay, keep pulling. Okay, let go for a sec. Just
I'm gonna pull this out so it's not.
okay, pull that over this shoulder. And this is where I like the carabiner, because this makes it cool. And then you can just use a ½ inch. I came up a little bit too high. So does that get in the way of your neck or not? Okay.
No, because he has a SAM splint around his neck.
Let go of that for 1 sec. And these are called ½ inches. Anything that you use is fine if it works.
Give me a little breather
How's that taste in there?
Okay, and then for this, I actually like to use duct tape. I have tried for years to figure out a nice strapping system for the head, and there's no such thing, I don't think. As soon as you put straps around there, because of the conical nature of this, the straps just come off the end. So I found what works best is duct tape. So what I'd like to do is actually begin to organize a little bit of a lift. And we're going to, Cheryl and I will be talking